Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be
Unit ready.
a USA versus Yuri game.
Unit ready.
Orders squared away, sir. On the move.
It's going to be on Malibu Cliffs. I think that's the name of the map.
Building.
Orders moving out.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Good day.
So this map is like interesting because it's a bigger map. Like big maps make like a difference because this is like used for 3 vs 3. This map, but you're doing 1 vs 1. I know they have like some new versions of this map.
Squared away, sir. On my way. How about some action?
Shiny scout him, and that usually doesn't happen like that because he's running through that ramp.
New construction options. Building. Training.
So one thing interesting about this map is like when Yuri gets a whole bunch of slave miners, he could just genetically mutate and he could have like literally like 6 or 7 slave miners
Unit ready.
on one ore patch, and then just the brutes alone is almost enough to kill you. It's kind of crazy. But like Soviet, for example,
Construction complete.
sometimes they have more time to build up a big army, and then you could just get more stuff going. And Yuri has to go all the way across the map with, you know, say 2 mass management and a bunch of other stuff, for example. And then by the time they get there, you got, you know, your defense is ready. So you got to make a big army, like
On the go.
a big army and attack. You can't really attack with this. You could, I mean, but it's like a little harder on this map.
New
Especially early game.
construction options.
Let's see.
Building.
So you got the gem patches.
Tools of the trade.
Training.
Made
So this is like a really old. I played this in the 3 vs 3 like a long time ago.
Unit lost.
Back before, and actually it was a long time ago.
in order. How about some action?
The game hasn't really changed much.
Unit ready.
Get it on. How about a swim?
They do change some stuff in the quick matches, but they don't change. This is not a quick match, by the way.
Made for
But the
speed.
game has not changed. In other games, they have like patch nodes, like for like League of Legends, and like StarCraft 2. They don't even update anymore either. Like RTS.
Ready.
But they had like 1 patch. Yuri has like basically 0 patches. But if they did, the people who would be changing the game wouldn't know what they were doing.
Construction complete.
You know what I mean? Like these are like basically amateurs trying to mess up the balance of the game. So watch this, boom.
Ready.
It's a little trick right there. Save my IIV.
Everything's made to fit. Fast and light.
Yeah, like if they change the game, they try to like nerf and buff units, they're gonna make mistakes because
Unit
they're not like professional like game people. You know what I mean?
Sir, yes, sir.
Like you had to go through like a committee, like what should you. But if they change like Yuri's like the masterminds or anything, like they're basically gonna make Yuri like unplayable.
IFV ready.
Like Yuri can't use super weapons or something. What's his allies? That's what somebody told me.
Everything's made to fit.
It's just allied tech units are just gonna be better than Yuri. Yuri has different ways of like working around it, but still, but I mean, just in general, if allied gets built up, allies is too strong for Yuri.
Construction complete.
Most of the time, not all the time.
Unit ready.
We're free.
But super weapons are on in this game.
For food. Do I still need to
Super
shop
weapons are
at
on most of the time
Hotel?
versus Yuri. That's how the normal game is. So anyway, I'm going to go here, and I know I haven't been uploading in a while. I'll explain that later. I've been disappeared.
Operation underway. Disguise ready.
So this guy is ready.
Construction complete.
And Spine is just one of the best units, especially when you feel like you're underpowered as allies. In Red Alert 2, or like I don't play Red Alert 2 a lot lately. But I noticed that like allies really struggles versus Soviet in Red Alert 2, and even in Yuris Revenge they struggle versus Soviet sometimes. Spy is one of the things to equalize it. And I was like,
Select target.
kind of compared to a Forge in StarCraft 2 is a thing called a Forge. You upgrade the units, they get like 1-1 upgrades, 0-1. You go upgrade the shield and the shield, the armor, and the attack damage. So he's doing it all in. He doesn't want to wait. He thinks he's going to build up.
Watch my dust.
But you could just spy and use revenge. That's the way to do it. But spying's harder because the spy could get killed and you could stop it. So he's really going in hard.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
And this is really hard to stop because he could pick off all my Mirage tanks if I do this wrong, and I just die. And like firing at the
Unit lost.
oh, my miners will die very fast. He's not gonna let the miners go if he gets my miners.
Construction complete.
Firing at the miners is risky for him. See, I'm just trying to slow him down a little bit with the gap generator rather than 2 pillboxes. So,
Unit lost.
yeah, firing at this miner is a little bit risky, but it seems to work out here.
Training.
Still, it's hard to tell how much that gap generator helped me because I don't know how much it hurt. It kind of screwed up his planning, but I think it helped me a little bit here.
Mission complete. Unit ready.
So I got one single
Building. Unit lost.
Rocketeer,
Building infiltrated.
and my spy got in. See,
Acquired.
that's the power of waypointing.
Unit lost. Select target. Training.
Now it's still a little bit dangerous here because he could pick off all my stuff, and he's gonna have three or four magnetrons and 3 Gatling tanks versus like basically nothing but,
Unit ready.
you know, with the better purchases coming, but still it'd be both versus not very much. 6 units, 7 units. Comes a Yuri clone. What? So it's not over yet, but look at my defense. Is looking sharp, and I just ignored that one initiate on the hell.
Unit
So
lost. Building.
okay, if I could kill that Gatling, then I could do the Rocketeer thing again.
Promoted. Unit ready.
Ugh, fell on my power plant. And this is the reason why Guardian GIs are good, because they can't get Magnetron and they could like defend in like tight positions, but they're kind of like expensive and they're inefficient in certain ways. Here you go. Should I shot Chronosphere like just a couple units? And then like he's gonna come up with another attack like 2 minutes later, and then I'm gonna wish I had my Chronosphere.
Building.
Probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna save my Chronosphere.
Unit ready. Reinforcements ready. Construction complete.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what he was trying to do there. That was weird.
Building. Building. Select
Oh, I think he clicked off and then he like ran into it. I think it's just something weird that happened with that Magnetron. So anyway, so looking good, he's retreating.
unit ready.
But sometimes Yuri could afford to like mess up like that and like still win, because like he still has more miners in space. He was making more, like he was making non-stop miners. But I'm not sure how many miners I lost. So it's time to like prepare for the Chronosphere. I'm not using it. Prism tanks might be a good idea. And I like the veteran prism tank so much better because they just like pack like a punch, like you could like feel like if you have a lot of them, they get to a point where, I mean, not even a lot. If you have like say 3, 4, 5 of them, you get to the point where they can hold their own. They always need like support from other units. When they're spied, they need less support. And plus, when they do have a little bit of support, the support's from a veteran Mirage tank, and that's pretty darn good.
Warning. Genetic mutator detected. Construction complete.
And Yuri is very, very capable of winning, even though you spied. So don't. See, one of my biggest weaknesses was if I get overconfident, sometimes I try less, and then I lose. Having a spy, you feel like you're invincible, but you're really not, because Yuri could just mind control everything just like before. You just basically got better units. You still got to fight to play the game and fight. And even if you had experience, it's just like owning the Yuri as soon as you spy them. That doesn't mean that you're gonna beat a per Yuri or this guy you're playing. See, yeah. To tell you the truth, I haven't been playing a lot of other RTS because lately I've been busy, very busy lately. So like I was saying, like the new RTSs, like they have patch notes. Like in this MOBA games, they have patch notes. Yuri's staying the same. I can move to MCV, but it's a little bit long distance mining right there. It's okay to get my
Select
weather device ready. Let's see.
unit ready.
It's nothing really good to Chronosphere.
Unit promoted.
So if that's where and that's what I'm doing with this Rocketeer. You always look for a weakness with Yuri. If you're a Soviet, you obviously look for. You look for try to terror drone his units if he has no Gatlings, and if you're allies, you try to Rocketeer him if he has no Gatlings or anti-air defense like discs,
Ready.
like Gatling towers or anything.
Construction
It seems like the build speed it affects the game a lot. when you chronosphere your prism tanks, you want to make sure you don't lose them and then die like right after. So it's sometimes better just to hold on to them. See, I'm playing a little bit sluggish right now because I haven't been playing a lot lately. I'm not playing terrible, but I'm playing like a little sluggish because the fact that
Construction complete.
you'll see in a minute. Oh, I should have never let him get that battle fortress. That was very bad.
Ore miner under attack.
See what I mean? But I kind of like snapped out of it. I think I was like, oh, what am I doing? I'm making mistakes when I'm winning. But I was winning, but it is here disc and flight, super weapons. I'm like, winning. Actually, I'm not winning anymore. Maybe it's about even, but I might be still ahead because I got the spies.
Warning.
I got
Sudden
upgraded
detected.
technology. So we still gotta fight. Yuri's gonna come with the genetic mutator soon, so you gotta be ready. And it's always good to have a it's always good to have a Seal Battle Fortress or a Tanya Battle Fortress. Let's see. Looks like I might be able to hit something right here. Yeah, I gotta hit it. They're gonna die after, but it's worth it. He's gonna shield it. Okay, good.
Unit promoted. Unit lost.
And I think right there I could have hit that Gatlin and then went for what maybe got 2 more buildings, but that's not what I did. Just watching it now. And sometimes see, a Battle Fortress is so strong versus Yuri.
Unit ready.
Oh, look, he made another mistake with no Gatlins. He's got to take advantage of it real quick.
Unit ready.
Usually I don't make Rocketeers versus Yuri, but sometimes I see a trick where like I could go like low tech and like do some Rocketeer tactics versus Yuri, just like if it was a Soviet. It's out. That strategy's out there, but I don't do it very often, and it's rare, kind of. You always want to go high tech versus Yuri. That's best most of the time.
Lost. Unit promoted.
Okay.
Unit lost.
So here comes the brutes.
Promoted.
And now, I'm like, see, I gotta get more war factories. I'm behind on what amount of war factories I should have. But weather device will help me a lot.
Lightning storm.
He's not attacking because he wants to get some masterminds. He wants to get some masterminds and other units with the brutes, or the brutes are just gonna die. But they could probably still do damage even if they're just because of the fact of no Seal and Tanya. Brutes are just very strong with no Seal and Tanya. But usually what I do in a lot of games, if you watch my really old videos from like, you see that I make 1 Seal and 1 Tanya in each battle fortress and have 2 battle fortresses. That's not uncommon. And I know I said 1,000 times, but this was like a long time ago that like Tanya's a little bit better than Seal, but like Seal's sometimes more cost efficient than Tanya, so you just don't want to spend a. Okay, so here's the thing, like I actually didn't click tanks for a minute, I think. So I'm actually getting into like a bad situation right here.
Building. Select target.
I got units, but I should have a little bit more. Hey, so like, look at this.
Tower. Our base is under attack.
So let's just see if I could like
Unit lost.
do anything with my battle fortress. Yeesh.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Ore miner under attack. Ore miner.
Okay, that went really, really well with killing those brutes. Now he's mutating again. More slaves there, and he's just going back. He's regrouping,
Ore miner.
and then he's gonna come again with masterminds plus brutes plus other units, and plus magnetrons, of course, in that equation.
Unit ready. Unit
And
construction options.
I call that my insurance policy whenever I make a repair depot, because you lose your MCV. If you lose your MCV, there are so many games where if that like I was aware and unaware that if I have my repair depot, I could win, and if I didn't have my repair depot, I would lose. Because like you'll be ahead of Yuri, but just the fact that he kills your MCV, you're gonna lose. Like you can't just finish Yuri off. So like you gotta making a second, having the ability to make a second MCV is so important. I mean, it's no like I could explain it as much as I want, but it's just like it's not actually necessary, but it's like more of a precaution thing, so, kind of in a way.
Building. Select target.
Okay, so Now it's starting to get dangerous because he's starting to get a lot of stuff. I gotta try to currency here something. Okay, I think I got two. That's good. That's okay. I mean, I could try to go get a bigger hit, but I wanted to. Okay, so he's got Gatlins in there, and this is why I messed up. Why I didn't have enough. I didn't click tanks for me and everything. So I'm trying to sneak over there with the second base, the second MCV base. So Yuri is really making it all in, and then he just is not dying just because of the fact that Yuri could just gather so much money on this map. They could just get so rich. It's crazy. I was thinking about storming his army, but I kind of have a read on this player where he would like move away if I did that. Actually, he didn't move away, like, so he kind of knew. Huh, I don't know. But I don't think that storming his army would work because it might miss him. I'd rather take the for sure thing. And that in general, storming the base is better than trying to storm the army. Like basically 90% of the time or more than that even. So I could actually slow this MCV if he like really hits it hard. Cause I got another MCV. Kind of use it as like as fodder. My base is fodder. Let him. He might kill it. Okay, see, this is why I got really behind in units from not playing in a while. Use that excuse, I guess. But look at, so my battle forces versus everything. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? I do not want him to slam my miner like that, but I'm more worried about more important things like losing the game and dying like right now. So I was like, I got veteran mirages, I might be able to survive. I don't know though. Keep making money. Now it gets to the point where I got enough money I could build whatever I want. 100 times over. But I can't build fast enough to spend all the money fast enough.
Construction complete.
Want some shade? Laying low.
Then he's going up to hell to he might finish me off right here if I don't do something. But that pillbox, basically, that was like a perfect pillbox. I still gotta, if he gets close up on me, he can still mind control everything and win. So I gotta be careful. And I don't see. I'm not running my battle forces in today because the battle forces gotta be careful. If I lose that, it's basically hard to win. So looking good now. Yeah, it looks like I got the game won now. Kill these miners and it's over. He's trying to kill my elite Mirage tank.
Construction complete.
Look natural.
Unit ready.
And this is the thing with Yuri's where sometimes you get to a point where you get so much money, you're better off just making war factories rather than more miners.
Building.
Because
Unit ready.
I'm basically rich now.
Want some shade? Laying low.
Super weapons are really, that weather device, if I didn't have that weather device to slow him down, it would have been hard to win, even though I stopped him on those like
Construction complete.
big all-in attacks with slave miners. If I didn't have the weather device, it would have been a lot harder, even though that happened.
Watch my dust.
Because Yuri is just very strong if you're very good with Yuri.
Unit ready.
Running
I
smooth.
was like, I'm gonna save that one. But he's just gonna quit in 1 minute. Right before I storm him or right after I storm him.
Unit ready.
We'll go. Perfect. Want some
Not much you
shade?
could do now. But thanks for watching.
Player defeated.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.
Victoria.